Trump blasts wasteful spending, shuts down California's high-speed rail, and slashes $9 billion in useless government programs. Shocking move. Donald Trump, the leader who vowed to drain the swamp, has struck a devastating blow against wasteful spending by cutting off federal funding for California's bloated high-speed rail project, a financial black hole that has burned through billions with nothing to show for it. But that's not all. The Senate just backed Trump's sweeping $9 billion spending cuts, crushing progressive pet projects. This is a full-blown assault on globalism and the bureaucrats who feed off taxpayers' money. Buckle up, Trump means business. He's cleaning house and putting America first, while leftists mourn the loss of their broken toys. This video exposes the truth behind these seismic decisions shaking the nation. Stay tuned. This is heavy artillery against waste and the woke agenda. Staying true to his promise to eliminate wasteful spending, Trump has officially canceled $4 billion in federal funds for California's high-speed rail, a project now in its 16th year with zero progress. Originally projected to cost $33 billion, the price tag has skyrocketed to $135 billion, and not a single mile of track has been laid. Nicknamed the train to nowhere by Trump himself, the project has been plagued by delays, mismanagement, and broken promises of connecting San Francisco and Los Angeles. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy supported the move, blaming Governor Gavin Newsom for enabling a financial disaster. Meanwhile, the Senate passed Trump's $9 billion federal spending cut package, targeting unnecessary programs that bloat the government at taxpayers' expense. It's all part of Trump's broader mission to reduce the deficit and push back against the progressive agenda, which critics say prioritizes globalist projects over real American needs. California, a Democrat stronghold, is mourning the loss of funding, but Trump is adamant. Taxpayer dollars should go to projects that truly benefit the people. These bold decisions have unleashed a political storm. Progressives accuse Trump of sabotaging the future, while his base celebrates a tough stance against wasteful bureaucracy. Trump's cancellation of the $4 billion in funds has sent shockwaves through Washington. The California high-speed rail, first proposed in 2008, has become a monumental failure. Despite promises to link San Francisco and Los Angeles in under 3 hours, not one operational rail line exists 16 years later. With costs ballooning from $33 billion to $135 billion, many see it as a slap in the face to taxpayers. Backed by a 300-page report detailing the failures of the California High-Speed Rail Authority, CHSRA, Trump didn't hesitate to pull the plug. Transportation Secretary Duffy didn't mince words. This is California's fault. Newsom and his Democrat allies enabled this catastrophe. Patriots across the country are applauding the decision, seeing the train as a scheme that benefited only progressive elites and corrupt contractors. As globalists squirm, Trump proves again that his priority is protecting American workers' money, not bankrolling the fantasies of inept bureaucrats. This is America first in action. No sugarcoating, no apologies. In a masterstroke, the Senate gave Trump the green light to implement his $9 billion spending cut plan, a direct hit to the heart of big government. Backed by Republicans, the package targets long-standing programs that have drained taxpayer funds with no measurable results. From green initiatives enriching globalist NGOs to bureaucracies pushing woke ideologies, Trump is dismantling the progressive legacy that ballooned the national deficit. This comes at a crucial time, with national debt surpassing $33 trillion. Democrats are furious, claiming Trump is punishing blue states like California, but conservatives call it courage in action. Enough is enough. No more funding the left's failed experiments. These cuts not only save billions, but send a powerful message. Government is not an ATM for ideological pet projects. Trump's base is energized, while progressives mourn their losses. The question now is, what other useless programs will fall under Trump's axe? Everyday Americans, tired of high taxes and government waste, are demanding more moves like this to reclaim control over their hard-earned money. California's rail project, championed by Governor Gavin Newsom, mockingly dubbed Newscom by Trump, is the epitome of Democrat mismanagement. After 16 years, it has burned through $15 billion with no real progress. Not a single kilometer of track has been completed, only bridges and viaducts that lead nowhere. According to the Department of Transportation's report, CHSRA has missed every deadline, inflated ridership projections, and racked up scandalous cost overruns. Trump didn't hold back. This train will never exist. And he's right. Why continue pouring taxpayer money into a bottomless pit? Progressives, obsessed with their Euro-style train fantasies, forget that California isn't France. As Newsom clings to his legacy, hardworking Americans foot the bill. By halting these funds, Trump is shielding everyday citizens who have never seen a single benefit from this disaster. The globalists can shout all they want, but the message is clear. American money stays in America, and it goes to projects that actually work. Trump targets more progressive. Sacred cows, $9 billion spending cuts shake the system. The $9 billion budget cut package doesn't just take aim at California's high-speed rail, it's dismantling other sacred cows of the left. Programs promoting climate change initiatives, gender ideology, and other progressive agendas are squarely in Trump's crosshairs. This move is more than policy. It's a declaration of war against globalism and foreign-influenced policies imposed on American soil. Democrats like Nancy Pelosi cry that these cuts are destroying the future. But what future are we talking about? One where taxpayers are forced to bankroll failed experiments while America's roads crumble? Trump is making priorities clear. Invest in useful infrastructure, security, and real jobs for real Americans. By approving this plan, the Senate gave a strong endorsement to Trump's vision of a leaner, more efficient government. Progressives, trapped in their elite bubble, fail to understand that everyday people are fed up with empty promises. Every dollar cut is one less dollar handed to globalist NGOs or pet projects benefiting Gavin Newsom's allies. In Trump's America, there's no kneeling to the woke agenda. Patriots are ready to see even more cuts, returning power and resources to the people, not bureaucrats. What this means for Trump's administration: the upside. This decision reinforces Trump's image as the president who keeps his word. Slashing the rail project and cutting $9 billion in wasteful programs shows he's not afraid to confront powerful Democrats like Newsom. It energizes his base, who see him as a warrior against the political establishment. It also helps tackle the exploding deficit, something economists say is a ticking time bomb. The downside: progressives and anti-Trump media will spin this as a war on jobs, especially in California, where the rail project created around 15,000 jobs. Even though many of those were temporary contracts benefiting well-connected contractors, the Trump versus workers narrative will be used as ammunition. Looking ahead, Americans can expect a leaner government with fewer regulations and less waste. Internally, this shift means more funding for meaningful projects like roads and border security. Globally, canceling high-profile ventures like the rail project sends a bold message. America will not copy Europe or bow to globalist pressure. Still, Democrats may use this as fuel to mobilize voters in 2026, claiming Trump is punishing blue states. The legal and political storm erupts. Controversy came fast. Democrats, led by Newsom, are calling the $4 billion rail defunding illegal, threatening lawsuits. Ian Choudhary, CEO of the California High-Speed Rail Authority, CHSRA, claims they're close to laying track, but a federal report debunks that, noting no viable plan exists for completion by 2033. Progressives accuse Trump of retaliating against California for not voting for him, a narrative catching fire in liberal media. But the truth is simpler. The project is a disaster. Conservative voices like Congressman Kevin Kiley are praising the move, calling it the worst infrastructure fiasco in U.S. history. Another flashpoint is the economic hit to California's Central Valley, where the train was supposed to revive struggling communities. Without federal funding, those dreams may vanish, though many doubted their viability to begin with. As for the broader $9 billion cuts, Democrats argue that Trump is sabotaging the future by slashing green programs. But for patriots, this is a decisive win against globalism and the overreach of regulation-heavy bureaucracies. The legal and media battle is just beginning, and Trump, as always, is expected to face it head-on: the real-world impact on Americans. The message is clear: Trump is putting your money where it actually matters. Cutting California's failed rail project and $9 billion in federal waste means taxpayers no longer have to foot the bill for boondoggles enriching progressive elites. Some in the Central Valley may mourn lost jobs, but most of those were short-term contracts handed to politically connected firms, not to regular working-class citizens. Nationally, these cuts could free up funds for real infrastructure: bridges, roads, airports. On the geopolitical front, Trump's actions make a statement. America will not follow Europe's expensive train models or cave to global climate crusades. It reaffirms the U.S. as a sovereign nation, not a puppet of the UN or Brussels. Still, expect Democrats to frame these moves as authoritarian punishment against opposition states, fueling further division. Americans can brace for a more efficient, less bloated government, but also deeper political polarization. While patriots celebrate, progressives are already planning their counterattack. What's next? Trump has made it crystal clear: this is only the beginning. With Sean Duffy leading the Department of Transportation, more federal subsidies for questionable projects will be reviewed. CHSRA could face even more cutbacks, and the 300-page federal audit suggests they may even be asked to repay funds already spent. The $9 billion in cuts is just a starting point. Trump's aiming to dismantle the bureaucratic leviathan that ballooned under Democrat leadership. For Americans, that promises a government that respects their money, but it also awakens fierce resistance from globalists and their media allies. California's threatened lawsuits could drag the issue into courts for years, but Duffy is confident the administration will win. Internationally, these decisions strengthen Trump's anti-progressive stance, though they may strain relations with allies pushing climate-first policies. Conservatives expect more bold moves against woke programs, while progressives prepare for a battle at the ballot box. Polarization will rise, but Trump is betting that the American people will stand with him in his war on waste. The fight for the soul of America is underway, and this president isn't backing down from the cries of the left.